our dough, chaps. We've done our dough.
Hello, welcome back to week 68 of Odds. So let's recap last week. A return to profits. So racing up on screen. We got two really good Quinellas, both paying 100. One in race, it was like race 4 or 5. This was a bit of an afterthought. It was just a race where there were a lot of value outsiders. And we had the winner, and then Vega for luck that ran second was about 30 or 40 to 1 in this small field. So the Quinella paid 100, got back $15. And then in the following race, Yum beat Chateau Eze, which we had, and we had Zany Girl that ran third as well. So Trifecta did pay 2,600. We've been much better than a slice of that, but we got another $15 from the Quinella that paid 100. So they were both good. Little bits back in the early races in Melbourne, and winners-wise, didn't have too many. Got place of Zany Girl, Miraval Rose, which we picked as a standout place. Go to that one and paid 10s. So that was a missed opportunity, but in the end got back 60, which is decent. And sport-wise, it was a good week thanks to those lions. So the three legs all came in. Kai Loman got his goal. We had Jeremy Cameron get his 2. Then we had someone else get his. So overall 44 back from the 20. So that eats into the deficit on sports. So the weekly results, racing, we're up 20%, sport about 100, just a bit over 100%. And then overall, we are back to a 2.5% profit line, which, still nothing near the share market that's rolling at like 13%. Racing individually is at like 6.5% and sports at like minus 8.5%. So this will be our final week of AFL betting, and then it might be a layoff time, or it might if we can find something else. It'll be good. But racing is outstanding. We've got Moonee Valley tonight, Manikato Stakes tomorrow in Sydney, Group 1 action. So there's just too much to get into. So we'll start the form analysis at Moonee Valley tonight. Race 1 that starts off at a 1200 metre race, 84 grade. DK is going to run on. Lim's Idea totally out of form, 150 to 1. Celsius Star needs a strong pace. It is drawn wide, which could suit if things got a bit mad up front. Sunshine in My Pocket, definitely a very good horse. Wins pretty frequently. Beat Molinikas a few runs back. Did go back in that race. Who else have we got here? Charcoals in really good form. Kappa 39's drawn a bit wide. Otherwise, that's been around the mark. And then Dagger's quite talented. This one is a move-on race. Too many unknowns. Maybe Sunshine in My Pocket is the way to go. But yeah, just a bunch of a big field for the Valley, and just too hard to figure out. Race 2, 1200 meters, open grade. Pre-Star has had this is the favourite at 320. Its worst runs have come on good tracks, so that's a bit of a question mark. Duke Atreides went back last time and couldn't really run on and ended up running 8th. Olive Another Day, not really sure what this beat at Geelong. Probably not too much. The way it won was quite good, but not really sure there. Not convinced. Rohij's coming off some decent races. Some decent wins. Had a second at Geelong, before that a win and a maiden there. It had raced. I feel like this is raced in group grade. Oh no, only listed. That's a bit of a watch. And then if Barari number 7 jumps better and goes forward, it'll be quite interesting. Probably will like Moonee Valley, and the could set a fast speed from barrier 1. Could roll straight forward. It ran third to Point Barrow last time, which looks like quite a talented customer. So for me, it's a bit of a medium betting race. I'd go Barari. I would take the punt that it will go forward, and that form line through Point Barrow is strong, and you're getting about $5.50 or even $6 at the moment. So just each way on Barari, small bet, race 2. Race 3, a 55-second challenge, Series 1, done 55 metres, 84 grade. Philosopher likes Moonee Valley, 2 wins, 2 placings from 7 here. It's coming off 3 trials, second. It's got a 3 kilo claim, rings back to 60 kilos. Unflinching, this has been winning, coming off trials as well, winning trials, won at Moonee Valley a few runs ago, beat Oak Hill. That form looks very good now. It's going to go forward, and there'll be a few attacking it. for the lead, which will make things a little bit hard for it. Beast Mode's been consistent. Rich Fortune has raced against good horses. This has sort of been, it's had a trial coming into this. And then I'm just going to go back because there were some, I noted down some of the horses that had run behind. We've got Katsu, Ray Magnario. I think Imperatriz at one point it might have raced against as well. But yes, it's raced against Ray Magnario, half a length behind it. So that's of note. Harry Got Styles was good in that big race, in that big field recently at Flemington. 19 quality horses and it was only 3 lengths off, so that makes some interest. Sherslov's Fast will go forward. Grand Larceny as well, that's coming off a trial, and then second at Randwick, and Bold Print Peridot Stutt. Again, a bit of a medium betting race. Philosopher, I think, is the value at 16. Flinching will go forward and give a side. Rich Fortune at 12. I'll just do an each way bet on Philosopher and just leave it at that. Tricky race, won't invest too much. Then it's moving on to race 4. Group 2 Stutt Stakes, 1600 metres. This one, Vinrock's going to roll forward again. Last time, it couldn't really cross. It sat second. It was still too strong. I think that was at Caulfield. No, sorry, that was at Flemington, where it beat West of Swindon. It was just too tough. It's a very tough customer. So from barrier 8, the same should happen again. It'll probably get a bit of fire from Hillier, from Big Eye, maybe even High Vol up on the speed. West of Swindon was really good last time. I like how it cut into the margin right at the end, so it sort of gives the indication that the 1600 will suit. From barrier 1, it probably could just sort of sit 3rd, 4th, 5th on the fence while these horses come around it and pepper the lead. So I feel like if that can get, and it's a big if, when they turn the bend, if it can get off the fence and attack them, it could be a danger. I feel like it's a risk worth taking at 460. Vinrock at 175 is the obvious best horse in the race, but it might not get the best run. So yeah, West of Swindon each way for me, because then even you can get your money back for second or third, and it works out to be a good deal. Ornos has been ran well at Moonee Valley last time up on the speed, so that's interesting how it will go against this grade. Decanted, it's really well worth watching the last win that it had at Geelong over the 1400. It sat 3 wide outside the leader and cruised up better than anything to win by about a length. And it probably didn't beat a lot, but you don't see horses do that too often. So this will roll forward. It might find that the class is just too much of a jump at this stage, but at 31, that's of note. And then Romantic Encounter, I don't think that beat too much at Bendigo. That's paying 15. I'd much rather take Decanted. So each way West and Swindon in this one, but a good race to watch also. Race 5, Scarborough Stakes, 1200 metres. Ladarada was tailed off last time. Pretty unusual for a horse of that quality, so that's a watch again. Pretty even here. Memo, Icarian Dream, Vain Girl. A few of these are coming off poor-ish runs. Vain Girl, not so much. The form behind Earn to Burn was good, but yeah, some of these are a bit unknown. Like Prestige Schnitzel hasn't done anything wrong. That's paying 10. Escher last time went forward in that Group 1 at Moonee Valley behind Barraquil. Held on pretty, it did get swamped late, but it was a high-quality field, and it went forward with a lightweight and did quite a reasonable job to be only a few lengths off. Dropping back to Group 3 here. It's paying $2.90, so the market does think it's going to go forward and be this time that they won't catch it. Point Barrow, we did mention, related to a previous race. This is going for a wide barrier. It's going to go back, and it's just, it might be too much of a jump in grade, but the way that it won at Sandown was quite impressive. It put them away, put Shingina away, which then in turn won its maiden quite easily. So the form line suggests that it's quite strong. It will go back. Snow Mercy, I don't think beat too much. That's also a well-credentialed runner down in the numbers. And Shingina's there as well, paying 34. So yeah, Escher and Point Barrow, I'll do a trifecta with those two to win and for second and then field for third, because I think they might be the best two horses in the race, and we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, it's a race with a lot of volatility. A lot of these horses could improve suddenly, different form lines to compare. I'd say it's a low to medium betting race. I wouldn't invest too much. Just be interesting to see how Ladarada runs, how Vain Girl runs. But yeah, trifecta, Escher, 7 and 9, into 7 and 9, into field. Race 6, Feehan Stakes, small field. Treasure of the moment, the new best horse on the scene. The win last time was really great. It had a hot speed, the pinstripe set to run off, but it ran on better than anything. To beat Mr. Brightside by 2.5 lengths is, not many horses can say that. That's fantastic. It's $1.40 here as it should be. Barrier 1 probably won't be too bad for it to maneuver around in a 6-horse field. Pride of Jenny will obviously go forward and lead. Tom Kitten pulled really badly last time off that really slow speed and then ran on, so just like everything else. I'd like to, that's a horse I like, so I'd like to see it run better. Not sure it will get anything different here. It could be a pretty slowly tactical run affair, and it might be in the same sort of boat. So yeah, this is a bit of a watch race. I wouldn't bet too much. Treasure of the Moment probably wins, but Pride of Jenny is a tough customer that loves the Valley, and Tom Kitten does have something to offer. He is a very good horse. And then the rest just seem very outclassed, but you never know. The tactical games that the top liners are playing, it might just lead into something crazy like attrition running second. You just don't know. So that's a bit of a watch. Then finally we get into a race where I think it's really worth having some money on the line, and it is the best race of the night, the Manikato Stakes Group 1, 1,200 metres. So Rothfire was sort of in a similar position to Barracuda last time with a few hundred metres to go, but Barracuda's acceleration was far, far better. It did sort of take the run that Rothfire could have had, but even still, it just looked a lot more impressive than Rothfire. So that's in the mix of 20-1. Barracuda's number 2, loves Moonee Valley, 4 from 4. Amazing acceleration to win last time. It has won over the 1,200 before, but it's won more over the 1,000 metres. So this will be a little bit of a test. I feel like this race last year, there was a hot favourite that went down to a Queensland horse at about 20-1 that made up a stack of ground on the turn. So it is a race I think that outsiders can make a dent in it. Payline, I was very impressed with. If you watched the replay last time, this makes a stack of ground. This has sort of emerged from the ruck of sort of Group 2 races in Queensland, always running on, maybe being a few lengths off, sort of a grade below this, to now making inroads into Group 1 races. And yeah, it's lost by 1.5 lengths last time, and it really made a stack of ground off the turn. So I'm very impressed with this. It's paying 51 and 8 on fixed. On Sportsbet, it's even like $9 for the place. Even though Moonee Valley is usually leader dominated, I think this could, from barrier 9, perfect. It can go back, it can accelerate off the corner and maybe run a place at those really juicy odds. So Payline is a huge interest. Magic Time, great name, horse I like, but from barrier 1, it probably will go back and get stuck somewhere. So I don't like the 750. Lady Shenandoah, great horse. I think that's $2.30 is too short in a field like this. Is it first sight Moonee Valley? Yes, it is. That could also be a bit tricky to adjust to. Charmstone, this is a Goodwood winner. I think it's a Goodwood winner. Where it beat Amina. Maybe something else where that was a different Group 1. Flyers Phone will need a strong speed. Barrier 2 might not be ideal for it. Skybird Ditto will be running on. Alabama Lass, sort of a little bit forgotten about last time. This is what ran second to Barracuda, and I mean, this was the testing material in the straight, went to the lead, Barracuda ran it down. It should be no different this time. From barrier 5, Alabama Lass should go forward and do the same thing and be equally hard to run down. So that's paying 6, probably over the odds, really. And then Amina. Amina's 50-1, and this has been forgotten about. All of its last 8 runs have been at Group 2 or better. And it's been running behind some really good horses. Manal, I think Autumn Glow's in there, Reserve Bank, 2 Darling Lizzie, maybe even Treasure of the Moment. So that's 50-1, and that's done nothing wrong, really. It's been close up in a lot of those races. So that's also 50-1. You'll probably get about $10 for the place or the total on the night. So this is the race I'm really keen to unload some a little bit more money on than the other ones. Definitely Payline for the place, definitely Amina for the place. And then a Quinella for 2 Barracuda, 3 Payline, 7 Charmstone, 9 Alabama Lass, 10 Amina. And then I'll do a trifecta roving banker with Payline and Alabama Lass as the core runners, and then Charmstone 7, 10 Amina and 2 Barracuda to rove around. But yeah, really good race, very, very intriguing. And race 8 is the Stock Stakes Group 2, 1,500 metres. This one, I'll just be very brief. I think the 4 lines are very hard to line up. Abounding is the second favourite at 390. It's only won 5 of 25. It's a bit hard to predict. Hasn't even had any runs at Moonee Valley. I think that sums up where this race is at. I'm just going to be very simple and just say that O2 Good. I think this is a horse going places where I'm not sure that the other ones are going anywhere that quickly. And the run last time behind Lazura was really good. And I think the $3.30 is excellent value. I want to snap that up now, lock that in. I think that this will be too good for them. So win bet on O2 Good, and I'll use the one bet return per day that Sportsbet offer to get bonus bets back if that runs second or third. So that's Moonee Valley done. Then we go to tomorrow, Rosehill, the big meeting on grand final day. So race 1, 1,300 meters. Meridiana is running after being scratched last week. Ortiz, this is the one I want to be on, number 12. It's paying $17. It's coming off a win that has been spelled. The win at Gosford was quite good. Early tote markets, it's paying $2.60. So someone or some people have unloaded a little bit on the tote early. It's currently paying $17 fixed. So definitely want to have an each way bet on Ortiz. Meridiana's a watch as well. Race 2, 1,500 meter highway. These are just some of the early, not group or listed or anything, just the standard sort of intro races. Race 2, 1,500 meters, class 2. Warrior for Peace is the favorite. This is, well, it hasn't won on good tracks, two starts for nothing, and it's going to go back from barrier 16. So this is, I think that's a huge risk at $5. There's a lot of horses in good form here. Fan Harder has had 2 wins, broken up by a spell. Poison Point, Smart Buyers coming off 2 wins. King Jerry's very capable. That a Boy, 1 from 1 second up, 50% place rate, strike rate. I just think Secret Keeper as well. This is a really good contested race, and I wouldn't be backing Warrior for Peace at all. So I'll do Fan Harder. I feel like $7 as sort of like a second favorite is great value. And then also That a Boy, that's paying $23. And then a Quinella for 7, Fan Harder, 9 Smart Buy, 10 King Jerry, 12 Secret Keeper, 13 That a Boy. Also 14 Tom Vegas, 16 Bonnie Maringo. There's just a lot of outsiders, so we'll do a big sort of 7-horse Quinella. This will be in the bet sheet at the end. But yeah, that could be a lucrative race if you can jag a big exotic. Race 3, Colin Stephen Quality Group 3, 2400. This is a move-on race. I won't dedicate that much time to it. Cleveland, number 1. Across its last 7 runs, it's been beaten collectively by 85 lengths, and it's 12-1. And that sort of tells you all you need to know about this race. Our Anchorage has just been out of form, but it was winning and running second last prep. Tajanis, not sure. Good Banter hasn't won on dry or doesn't like dry as much. 5 start for 1 placing. Juju Kibo, this is the horse that's in form, but I don't know if that necessarily means it's going to win. It's paying $2.30. I just want to leave this. That's a move-on race. Race 4, 1,900 meters, 88 grade. Flying Bandit is a consistent winner, wins every few starts. That's paying $6.50. Strathtay was a few lengths off the group grade, like really good races. I'm not sure that it would necessarily win here, though. She's Unusual as a favorite at $3.10. Again, this one, I just don't know. It's just too difficult. Maybe Flying Bandit, just a token each way bet, but otherwise, don't want to be involved. Race 5. 1,400 meters, 88 grade. Felix Majestic. This is a horse that will continue to win and run placings at big odds. So last time it ran second at 40-1. Even though it was on slow ground that it normally doesn't like. It was a second to Lady Extreme, almost won. So that's paying 8 here. 3 kilo claim brings into 61 kilos. Glitch of Silver is more capable than the $13 suggests. Lord of Biscay is the favorite. $2.60, quite short. I think this is I was going to say this is a horse that goes forward, but it actually goes back. I'm thinking of something else. Midfield. Okay, so Jordan in barrier 1 is going to have options of where it's going to go. We've got Super Helpful, which in the past has placed at big odds. So that's always a bit of a watch for me. Like, it's a good bonus bet horse to just have something on if it's paying 50-1, because it might just run a second or third. I'll do the same today and just have something on it. Point and Shoot used to be in a prior preps. It's been quite good. It's got a better than 50% place rate, 25% win rate. Something was amiss last time. It was sort of pulled up from its run. Don't think it's had any. It has had a trial, a winning trial. So this could be back. The $9 could be something to take. And then Asgarda, I've bet this one in the past at about 30-1 in town in Sydney. It's a bit out of form now. So yeah. Big Quinella for 1 Felix Majestic, 4 Glint of Silver, 6 Super Helpful, 8 Point and Shoot, 9 Asgarda. Bonus bets on a Super Helpful, each way Point and Shoot. We are leaving Felix Majestic alone there. A bit of a risk, don't know why, but that's that. Race 6, Heritage Stakes, 1,100 metres listed. So Beedman won its last race by 8.3 lengths. The caller said 10. So you don't often see a horse win by 10 lengths and then at its next start not be favourite, which tells you a lot about how good this race is for a listed race. So you've got that. North England has mixed it with some decent horses in its prior preps. It's beaten King of Pop, 6 behind Mahuna in the Golden Slipper. It won a Group 3 early on, beating West of Swindon, obviously, which we've covered at Moonee Valley. So that's capable. The market's it's a bit friendless at $17, but yeah, don't be put off by that. Beeman obviously looks like a top liner. It's going to have to cross some barrier 10. Let's see what it does. King of Pop, 2 sort of flat runs. That's paying 20 again. That's really good value. That can easily bounce back. Mahuna, yes, this is the Golden Slipper winner. It did get the best run in that race. It was sort of like 4th, 5th with cover, peeled out at the right time. So it probably won't get that this time. Or I think the 330 is a little bit short in this. Farnical, Comedy was only a few lengths off them in sort of Group 2, Group 3 grade. That's capable. Grand Eagle, this made up a stack of ground in a win, beating Acacia at Randwick. Nothing else really made ground, and this just cut its way through the field. There could have been a fast lane where that was. Modella was in the same sort of ground the same day and did the same thing, making up a lot of ground when others did it. So that's a question mark, but yeah, it looked very impressive. So that's paying 10. It was 12 yesterday. That's in a little bit. Central Coast has had some runs behind good horses. It beats Crossbow, which has started a favourite recently in Melbourne Metro races. That's paying 14. Acacia's here. Inside draw though, so it's going to probably go back, and I'm not sure where it's going to land. But you've got other horses like Zumbo, form of first spell second, 50 to 1. So there's depth even to these horses that are coming through the lower grades. I just want to have something on Beedman. I just can't deny how impressive that win was. I want to see how it goes against these better horses. And maybe a place then on Comedy, just in case that can jag something. And then each way Grand Eagle, I want to have a go at that as well. But yeah, medium betting race, not too much. Race 7, the Golden Pendant, 1400 metres Group 2. Manal coming off that win last time where we had it at decent odds around 10 to 1. Firestorm, top horse, is just lost in a Coolmore. This is a Group 2 race, but not an overly strong one. So the 370 is quite good. Scarlet Oak wants more ground, but it has run well over this distance before. In its initial runs in the prep. Dark Glitter's a bit of a perennial place getter. It's been unlucky just to lose a few times, I think even to a few of these horses. Dennis and Darcy, better than the form suggests over the odds. Gerringong, so this ran 4th last time in Melbourne at Flemington. This is a day where leaders were winning pretty well, and this led and got gobbled up by Cafe Millennium. So I don't know whether that says that that's just a little bit of a class issue. But this race, there's not a lot of speed, so it should get a really good run. And that's sort of what I'd much rather back Firestorm. I'd much rather back Modella. Snow in May has run behind some really good horses as well. That can't be overlooked. Last time the 3rd behind Just Still Lucky at Wild was good, made a lot of grounds, came from 13th, ended up losing by a length. Just don't know if there's going to be enough speed on for these horses to really accelerate. So Modella, again, mentioned that this made a lot of ground behind African Daisy. That wasn't an overly strong race, but it was impressive the way that it sliced through in the field. Not a lot did. It's out of Castelvecchio. Gerringong probably is the obvious one, just in terms of it's got the... it's going to get a really good run and not be probably too troubled by anything. So, yeah, I'm just going to back Firestorm because it's the best horse in the race, and I'm just going to forget about... because I'm only going to bet small, so I'm just going to back the best horse and see what happens and do a Quinella for 2 Firestorm, 5 Danny St. Darcy, 6 Gerringong, 8 Snow May, 10 Modella, and see how that goes. Race 8's the Golden Rose, the Group 1, the big one. So Bayvact, this had the toughest run last time. It sort of sat up on the speed, held on really well. Tempted did gobble it up at the end, but I think it did more work. Nepotism has run... So the thing that I think that we should remember from the outset is that this is over 1,400 metres, and a lot of these horses are coming off 1,200. So it really is a question of who's going to step up to this distance the best. Nepotism in its last prep has done this. It won well over the 1,400 and 1,600. Its first run in this prep ran 9th, but that could be forgotten about. So that's paying 15. That's definitely value. Skyhawk, not sure on the class. Wodaton, really good horse, just question mark from barrier 1. When it's drawn inside before, it hasn't really gone forward, so I don't know what it's going to do there. State Visit, I really like this. It's 40 to 1. I like it as a horse. I just don't know if it's going to get enough speed again to run on really well. Same deal, Rivellino, very capable. 50 to 1 needs a speed on. Autumn Boy is coming through a few different races to the others. It won at Eagle Farm on a listed, beat She's Alibi. Second at Rosehill behind 60s. I don't know how to line up that form, and therefore I think that the 460 is a bit short. 60s is also in this race, paying 16, and then Tempted, which has been really great in its last few runs, beating Bayvact in the Group 2, beating Savvy Halley before that. It's the favourite, $2.80, deserves to be. I'm just going to back Bayvact because I think that it did more last time and went a little bit unheralded, and it's drawn really well, and it's 56 kilos across the field, so it's not giving weight to anybody. And yeah, Barry 2, $9. I think it's a good value proposition. So each way Bayvact, and maybe a Quinella to involve like nepotism and Rivellino and State Visit just in case. But decent betting race. Race 9, Shannon Stakes, 1,500 metres. This is also a very good betting race. Not that many chances, and not a super good Group 2. Faulkner Park has run in really good races, better than what it seems. I just think of this as a 2,000 metre horse, but it's sort of a bit more capable than that. And it's been running against Via Sistina. I made a note somewhere that, yeah, the quality had always been good. Second behind Antino. It has had no let up. It's just been running against quality. So that should be just kept in your mind for exotics at $15. Gringotts, this is a really tough good customer. I mean, it was only a couple of lengths off Via Sistina recently. It can handle having a lot of weight. The win at Kembla with a lot of weight back in the day with 60 was quite impressive. It's won a Group 1 over Fangirl. I think the 350 is really good value for this, even with the 61 kilos. Osapenko, Unspoken, we'll see that on Melbourne Cup date for sure. That's one of those sort of horses. Democracy Manifest in Cap did improve a lot in its recent runs, but I just feel like Waterford, and I don't know why that's 750. I really don't. I just don't see that doing well here. But I think it's a bit of a weaker race. So Maison Louis, this is a really good stayer. Be interesting how this goes. Obviously, it wants more 2,000 metres, 2,400 metres. Our Gold Hope, people have backed this on the tote. It's currently 14 fixed odds, $3.80 and $1.04 on the tote. So this is a good horse that's gone under the radar. Straight Acer and Shohisha. Shohisha's coming in with a win in a 94 grade into this. So yeah, the bottom weights have got really so Shohisha's only got 53. So Gringotts is gonna have to give it 8 kilos. Rise at Dawn, I was very keen on last episode, and I probably overestimated a little bit the class. The run was good behind Cafe Millennium, but that was still a listed race. I think I've got a bit too excited about it. It's going to have to cross from 11. I just think the Gringotts makes a lot of sense at 350, better value. So each way Gringotts, maybe just a small bet, Rise at Dawn as well. But yeah, those two, Gringotts, good bet there. And then race 10, this is interesting. It's a bit of a tricky one. Bonita Queen's going to go forward from barrier 6. That's paying $16. Zoo Baby has been running in better races than this. The recent form, it's going to look a bit bad, 0-0, but it's coming off a winning trial. It was second to Spicy Martini in a listed at Eagle Farm. This is down in grade a lot, so that should be into the equation. Sammy Colcazol, coming off a Coffs Harbour win. I think that's still, it's paying 20, so yeah, maybe. Balkans, this is what I'm quite interested in. It's paying 40 or even 50 on the tab. It's got really good form on dry ground, and it's had to run on wet lately. It gets dry ground here. It's going to run on. It's going to go back from barrier 13 and run on. I think this has had a place behind Briasa somewhere back in the day. Yeah, it did at Canterbury. This could really unleash a big run at the end. So want to have something each way on Balkans. Polyglot's the favourite. It's drawn wide. It hasn't won on a good track before. It does like it here at Rosehill, but I think 340 is too short. Who Goes There? Coming off 3 country wins, but it's paying $150. You don't see that too often. That's quite amazing. Monty Supreme coming off 2 good wins, and Chidiac as well in really good form. So a competitive race. I think Zoo Baby is a bit of value. Balkans definitely. Maybe even a bonus bet place on Who Goes There. And there'll be a Quinella around that in the betting sheet as well. So that's everything. That's everything for racing. Sport-wise, we've got the grand final. So this one, really don't know. I had no idea how Collingwood Brisbane was going to go last week, and I'm glad I didn't bet too much on that. Same deal for this. Geelong are big favourites, $1.50, just out to $1.60 since Lachie Neale's been named. Brisbane have really got... Well, where do we begin? Brisbane have won 3 of the last 5 against Geelong, and they've got the grand final experience from last year, getting it all done. And now that they're in the grand final, the qualifying final win that Geelong had is sort of going to be a bit of a negative because they've beaten them by 40 points, and in their minds they're better than them, and they just now they have to go and prove it again. And Brisbane have really got nothing to lose. They sort of have had a good year without being dominant. Had a lot of losses thrown in there, and here they are. They lost the qualifying final. They pumped the Gold Coast, and then they beat Collingwood to sort of avenge that 2023 grand final loss. So I think they've got nothing to lose. I think Geelong sort of have everything to lose in a way, and Brisbane can really go out and play a free game. Lockie Neal's an interesting one. How Logan Morris goes as well. Geelong is still every chance to win, but yeah, I wouldn't be betting too much, I think is my take on it. So just a very simple same game multi like last time. Jeremy Cameron 2 goals, Logan Morris 1 goal, and then Charlie Cameron with a bit of extra MCG experience for 1 goal. Odds of 220, $20 on that last AFL bet. It's a really great game, and yeah, it'll be great to watch rather than to have too much on. That's everything. So bets will be up on screen now. Yeah, I hope that it's a great long weekend for everyone. It's a great lead in tonight with the Manikato Stakes and these great races. And then tomorrow, still got Sandown as well. Haven't covered that, obviously. But yeah, Rosehill's great. And free day Sunday. So yeah, we'll be next week. Again, will be an even bigger week. And let's try and pump this 2.5% up. Have a great long weekend.
And then came Sweet Liaison as they turned for home. Jefferson, he's been in front every inch of the way. He's out like 2.